Alrighty, everyone. Mesomat back here with another video for y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching this. It is August 12th, 2024. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your work weeks. Hope you guys do have a wonderful week as always. We're going to go ahead and talk about kind of what happened yesterday, and then talk about Ernesto. We're going to talk about, the pattern in general that we're going to see for the next week or two. It's going to be a little bit active in spurts of things. We're going to have a little bit to kind of talk about as far as we go into this weekend and stuff like that. We still have a pretty decent sized heat wave that'll be ongoing across Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas over the next week or so. So be mindful of that. Make sure you have water. Make sure you have sunscreen, all that stuff if you're outside. Make sure you pay attention to how long you're outside for. And then we will have a little bit of a cool down that will be entering the Ohio Valley, Midwest, and southern portions of the eastern half of the United States as we go into the later half of the week here. So I do want to go ahead and start out by saying, guys, yesterday we actually had a pretty substantial amount of rainfall fall over Oklahoma. We had about 4 to 8 plus maybe even 11 inches of rainfall that fell in the Oklahoma City, Norman area, and also over here just southeast of Tulsa. We had a kind of a complex of storms that came through yesterday morning, and I wasn't able to get on and talk about it yesterday because I had stuff going on. But yesterday morning we saw swaths of almost a foot of rainfall out of this complex that came through, and flash flooding was a huge issue yesterday. The roads have now kind of gone down with the water and things have subsided a little bit, but Oklahoma got their fair share of rain yesterday. Anywhere from 8 to 11 inches of rainfall fell from Norman outside of Oklahoma City, Muskogee as well, Stigler down here towards the southeast of Tulsa area. So we had a lot of rainfall yesterday morning that fell. So for any of y'all that got to see those rainfall totals, that was a good thing. We need the rainfall, but not in excessive amounts like that. So hope everybody's doing okay there in Oklahoma. The overall picture, though, not a lot of rain falling in a lot of places. We got some rain that fell yesterday over parts of North Carolina and parts of the Rocky Mountains here near Colorado. We had a couple tornado warnings that were also present yesterday as well. So, wasn't able to get on live stream and do that yesterday. I was in a meeting, so I'm sorry about that, guys. I wasn't able to cover that, but going forward, we will be able to cover things that do happen over the next couple of days and throughout next week. Now, really quick reminder as well to everyone, I do start school next Monday, so we will be posting 2 videos a day when I don't stream, so there'll probably be a second video this afternoon for my people if we don't have to do a live stream, which we shouldn't have to as of right now. So be looking out for that later on this night if that does in fact happen. But other than that, let's talk about what we're going to be seeing today as far as severe weather goes. And we actually do have a marginal risk of severe weather today. Level 1 out of 5 here for damaging winds and small hail near the North Carolina and South Carolina coastline, Myrtle Beach all the way up to New Bern. You guys don't need any more rainfall, but we are going to see the potential for rainfall today. As far as this afternoon goes, we've actually got some showers and some storms that are working its way off the coastline. So do be mindful of those thunderstorms out there today. If you hear lightning and thunder, make sure you go indoors as always. We do have a couple areas of marginal severe weather today as well back into the Rockies once again, in that we're in that pattern like I was talking about yesterday. We're going to continue to see these, shortwave trough injections that move through, or we could see the potential for wind and hail, maybe a couple tornadoes here and there if those do favor those wind shear profiles. But today will be strictly wind and hail, not really looking at anything organized as far as mesoscale convections or anything. There's going to be spotty showers and storms that do fire off. And then as we go through the next couple of days, really not looking at any significant severe weather as of right now. We will have a bigger marginal risk tomorrow for your Tuesday as we go from Montana down here into North Dakota, South Dakota, parts of the Rockies, into parts of Utah, Idaho as well. So this would be a wind and a hail threat again tomorrow as well, and we'll talk about that timing here in just a moment. And then another marginal risk due to daytime heating thunderstorms with a little bit of a high pressure and a stalled out front that's sitting over here near parts of South Carolina. So be mindful of that as well. We'll have a little bit of instability that can help initiate some wind over there tomorrow. And then we do have a day 3 forecast. I do think as we get closer and closer to Wednesday, we're going to start to see more of an organized threat. We're actually going to have a low pressure system that develops somewhere here in this area on Wednesday. And we'll have, like I said, a chance for maybe wind, hail, and a couple tornadoes that couldn't be ruled out maybe for your Wednesday forecast. And as of right now as well, we don't have anything for Thursday through Sunday, but I do expect a severe weather potential, a more organized severe weather episode to start on parts of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as we go through the weekend over parts of the Ohio Valley and Midwest, and we'll talk about why I think that here in just a minute. Let's go back to today's forecast here, and we'll kind of give you guys the rough timeline of what we're going to be looking at as far as the models go. What does the HER model showing as far as the potential for storms this afternoon? And we can look at the 14Z as of this morning here, 10:30 this morning. And we can see showers and storms kind of fire off more toward Utah this afternoon. So Salt Lake City getting into some of these storms. Wind and hail will be the primary threats later on between 3 and 5 o'clock this afternoon. Then our storms fire off on the dry line here along the Rockies. And we get, a couple supercells. I wouldn't rule out a tornado as always here in the Rockies. You get those wind profiles with different elevation gains. So you can get some spin up tornadoes that happen on a non-tornado day potentially potentially. This storm's going on between 8 and 11 o'clock tonight, maybe a little bit before that. We'll have some afternoon storms break out, and then up here into parts of the Montana area, we could see more storms firing off there along the Canada-Montana line, and then we'll come back over here into the Carolinas where we see showers and storms break out this afternoon with the daytime heating, and then as the sun goes down, those storms do dwindle, and then we could see some couple of spotty showers and storms work their way into Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana. These won't even be thunderstorms. It'll just be annoying rain speckets that pop up. So kind of be mindful of this over the next little bit. We'll talk more about tomorrow's forecast when we get to tomorrow as far as this goes. But today looks to be more of a calmer day. Tomorrow looks to be more of a calmer day. And then as we go into Wednesday, things look to start to kind of ramp up just a tiny little bit as far as more significant severe weather could be a problem potentially. Now, like I said, as we go through the next couple days, we are going to be seeing the chance for not only Ernesto over in the Atlantic Ocean, what will now be Tropical Storm Ernesto here very, very soon. We'll talk more about that here in just a second, but we are going to see, like I said, an uptick in that severe weather. And you can see over the next couple of days here, right around Wednesday and Thursday, or not Wednesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday, we see a couple of these spotty showers and storms that kind of develop through the morning hours of tonight into tomorrow morning and over here in the parts of the Central Plains. And then as we go into Wednesday looks to be more of initiation. We actually have a low that develops over parts of South Dakota as of right now with probably a trailing cold front somewhere in this area. And we'll see showers and storms initiated like Kansas, Oklahoma, possibly into parts of South Dakota, Iowa, Missouri potentially. And then as we go into Thursday, that low is going to drop and we actually could see maybe a significant wind event develop on Wednesday night. So we do need to watch this. We probably will end up having to go live Wednesday. I could see Wednesday's forecast being upgraded to slight, maybe possibly even maybe an enhance if things do come together. So just kind of be mindful of that. And then as we go through Thursday as well, we could be seeing the potential once again for significant severe weather as we go into Thursday and Friday, where we could see more of a Boeing line complex that could develop over here into parts of Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, with that low over here near Michigan. So kind of be mindful over the next couple of days. We could see more showers and storms develop as well down here into Tennessee, parts of the Southeast. We haven't seen a lot of rain in the Southeast over a while, so that's something we could be looking forward to as far as this weekend goes, but it doesn't look to be like a severe weather or tornado outbreak or any of that. It would just be some more organized severe weather. But I'm not seeing a lot even as we go into next week, and that's going to potentially trend in a different way. A lot of the models are starting to show more of an active period next week, so we'll talk about that as we get closer to next week. But the overall pattern is not going to be favorable for much of organized severe weather maybe until we get to this weekend. So that's just something to look out for as far as that goes. Now, another thing I want to show you guys here is going to be those temperatures. We're going to see these temperatures continue to climb here into parts of the southern and central plains and Four Corners and the Desert Valley here. That's very, very much normal for August. We could actually see a potential cool down come through as we get closer to the middle half of the week here for parts of the southeast, Ohio Valley, northeast, Michigan, Great Lakes area. Be mindful. We could see 60s and 70s and some low 80s for temperatures, but the high temperatures and 100s and upper hundreds are going to continue for parts of Oklahoma, Texas, parts of Nebraska, eastern Colorado, potentially Arizona, New Mexico over the next week or so. That'll be, nothing you guys aren't normal to seeing, but just be mindful, like I said, of how long you're outside for. Make sure you're drinking water. But these continuing temperatures will continue through much of August, and this doesn't really have a stopping period. So we could actually see more of an excessive heat wave develop as we get closer to next week. So this is something we'll watch out for. Now, another thing we are going to talk about here, and that is going to be the lovely, lovely, lovely tropics here. Let me get my radar mega pulled back up here for you guys. Now, the tropics we are talking about, the only storm that is out in the ocean right now, and that is Tropical System what is going to be Ernesto here very, very soon, expected to become a tropical storm later on this afternoon. This is potential tropical cyclone 5 right now, expected to become a category 2 hurricane near the Bermuda area, and this is going to cause some major impacts to Bermuda. So if you live in Bermuda, if you're vacationing into Bermuda, be mindful. This is a situation where I would potentially cancel my plans as we go into this weekend, because we could be looking at maybe even a major hurricane upgrade somewhere in this time frame. The models are just now indicating the potential for that is strengthening past Cat 2 status. So that's something we're going to have to watch. Now, if you're over here near the Leeward Islands, we do have tropical storm watches that will transition to warnings here very, very soon, expecting a tropical system right around tropical storm status, 60, maybe 55-mile-an-hour winds as this goes towards San Juan and the Leeward Islands. And then this takes that northeasterly turn. Now, when does this make that official northeasterly turn is where we're trying to figure out what the models are going to do. We are starting to get more agreement on when that's going to be, and it looks to be right before we get closer to the Bahamas, which would be the sooner the better. And the sooner the better, the less that this would do towards Bermuda. But it looks to be Bermuda is going to have a kind of head-on hit with this system as of right now. So we're going to continue to update you guys on this. No United States impacts as of right now, and it's not looking like we're going to have any impacts in the United States anywhere near close to that. So that would be a good thing. As far as the overall tropics go past this point, let's actually pull up the satellite imagery here so you guys can see what we're looking at. Let's get that clean. There we go. So this is what Tropical Storm, potential Tropical Storm 5 looks like. Still got a lot of convection, a lot of organization to do here as this works off quickly to the west here. So, but other than that, we have another tropical wave that's coming off behind this. This is something we're going to watch over the next couple of days for you guys. Keep you guys updated on this. But we, like I said, are expecting this to become a hurricane by, you know, closer to the middle to the end of the week here, and then, you know, go towards Bermuda. So once again, my Bermuda people, if you watch your vacation, this would be the opportunity to go ahead and cancel your vacations. It's something I would do personally. If you want to be stuck in a category 2 or 3 hurricane, then be my guest at that point. Be safe if you do decide to do that. That would be probably not a great idea, but just be mindful of that. If you're in Bermuda, evacuating, I don't know how those evacuations work in that area, but be mindful of that. If those do happen, leave if you're supposed to leave. Don't be stubborn. Don't stay behind. Could be a significant hurricane potentially if rapid intensification also does occur. So this is something we're going to watch over the next couple days for you guys. Like I said, I probably will do a second video later on tonight around the 5 to 7 o'clock time frame for you guys. We'll just kind of see what I'm doing or how busy I am this afternoon. But other than that, I appreciate y'all for watching this. Be safe, be weather aware, and I'll see you guys later.